so your wife came on F2, right? And then at
Yes.
some point you decided to switch her to F1, right? How was it like?
Yes.
How was the process? And did you do it by yourself, or you got help from elsewhere?
Yeah. So when my wife came, we decided that she go to school. So
Mm,
we had two options. Either she study on F2, which is going to be either part time or full time, and then either she switch to F1, which is going to allow her to get F1 status and also be able to work on campus. So we
mm,
chose the latter.
mm.
So after careful consideration, she started
Yeah.
a class while still on F2, and uh, we had to apply for her F1 status. So if you want to apply, I think there are two options. Either you get your I-20, you go out of the US, go for an interview, and then come back to the
Mm,
US, or
yeah.
you stay here and then change your status in the US
Mm,
through the USCIS.
mm.
But going to Ghana, attending an interview, and then coming back was a long, and it's going to be costly and all of that.
Yeah.
So we chose this one, which is the preferred one.
Mm,
So what we had to do is that you have to apply for an I-20. The I-20 you apply when you're on F2 is an I-20 for change of status.
mm.
So the school will give you an I-20, and then you see on every I-20 they either write either you are initial attendance,
Yeah.
continuing, or whatever. So this
Right.
one is I-20 for change of status
Oh,
within the
okay.
US.
Mm.
Yeah. So when you get your I-20, you have to gather your documents, and then if you go to USCI's website, you create an account. And yes, I did it myself. I did
Mm.
everything
Wow.
myself from scratch.
Wow.
So you go to USCI's website, you create an account for the person you are filling the form for.
Mm.
And then in the online forms, there's an option for change of status.
Okay.
And please, you see, there's difference between change of status and then adjustment of status. So this is not adjustment of status, this is just change of
Yeah.
status.
Yeah.
So you are
Wow.
changing your
Wow.
status from one immigrant visa to another
Mm.
non-immigrant visa to another non-immigrant visa.
Yeah.
Yes, and this with this form, you can change your status to any non-immigrant visa. So, for example, if you
Mm.
are F1 and then you want to go to F2, if you are H1B and then you want to go to
Oh,
F2,
wow.
or you are on F2, you want to go to
Mm.
H1B, like whichever non-immigrant visa,
Wow.
you use the same form. So you go there, you create the account, you fill out the form, and then you pay the required fee, which is I think $400 and something dollars,
That's a
and
lot.
then you submit your application. But it's much cheaper than
Yeah.
going to Ghana and then coming
Yeah.
back.
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
true. Yeah.
so you submit your application and you wait on them. And before my wife's own, we had also did the same thing for a friend. So I think
Mm.
that was a learning process. That was a trial.
Mm.
So
Wow.
with that one, we got an RFE.
Mm.
So when we got the
What is an
RFE,
RFE?
I think review of evidence.
Okay.
Yeah, so when we got that, we provided the further evidence they needed, and then in a week it got approved. So with my wife's case, we learned from that, and then when we submitted it, I think in a month and 2 weeks, she got approved
Oh,
without
wow.
any RFU or anything. Yes.
Mm. Wow. And so, what is she studying now?
Um, she's right now in a nursing program, but when at the time we were applying for the F1, she was in a master's program at New Mexico State. But right now, she switched her program to nursing.
Mm. Oh, wow. That's amazing.